Hello everybody and welcome to another one of our Mewtwo raid videos. This is an updated version of counters for the Mewtwo raid. Obviously the Mewtwo raid now has been going on for a few days. It's gonna be going on for quite a while though, so I thought I'd put out an updated set list. This Mewtwo was very different than most people thought it was going to be. My sets kind of hold up okay, but there are definitely some better ones, so I'm gonna actually read those off to you guys now, as well as talk about what we actually know about this Mewtwo now that it's actually in raids. This Mewtwo is the 7-star Mewtwo. It's ridiculously strong. Obviously, Mewtwo is already a strong Pokemon, and 7-star raids are meant to be incredibly difficult, but this one has surpassed all expectations. This was even harder than I thought it was going to be. As we did know, its Terra type was Psychic. Its ability ended up actually being Unnerve. It's probably the better of the two abilities. Just don't put berries on your Pokemon and you should be totally fine. It has perfect IVs, and then its EVs are 252 in defense, 252 in special defense, with a little bit in special attack. So the calcs I ran do hold true, and they're actually even better in the sense that your Pokemon can live the hits. It's just doing damage to Mewtwo that's hard. Its nature is modest, so it is going to be hitting pretty hard with its special attack. And the item is actually Chesto Berry. This Mewtwo has a held item, and again, that being the Chesto Berry. Chesto Berry allows the Pokemon to recover from sleep once, and then it uses up the berry. You'll see why Mewtwo has that in just a second. We're going to go over his moves. He has actually 5 moves, that being Psy Strike, which is the psychic move, the special psychic move that targets the opponent's defense, so definitely be ready for that. You're going to have Aura Sphere, which is like a more accurate version of Focus Blast. I actually haven't seen Mewtwo use this much, and we'll probably get to why that is in a second. Ice Beam, which obviously has the chance to freeze, which I've seen happen a few times. It can be very annoying. And then Calm Mind as its main 4 moves. Calm Mind obviously boosting the special attack and special defense of Mewtwo one stage. Most of the time, the raids actually start with Mewtwo using Calm Mind at least once, so definitely be ready for that. Mewtwo actually does know a 5th move, that being Rest. You will only actually really see this Mewtwo use Rest once, and that is when its Terra Shield goes down. Once the Mewtwo's Terra Shield reaches its limit and is about to break, do everything you can to stop it from using Rest. Its Terra Shield won't regenerate, but its health will, and it can really make the raid take a lot longer than it should. Now that we're done talking about Mewtwo, I'm going to get back to our updated raid sets. After playing a bunch of these raids, a few of them on stream with you guys, I noticed that really Mew is what you're going to want to use. Obviously, you can still get a free Mew. Get your Mew. Go check the previous video for the code to do that. You can get it for up until, I think, like... Honestly, I have no clue. You can get your Mew for a while, I think up until at least these raids end. So make sure to do that before this Mew goes away. It's a random Terra type. I believe it's level 5, so make sure to get it to level 100 before you go to use it. But anyway, here are the Mew sets we're going to switch to. This is going to be the Support Mew first. Support Mew is a lot less common to see online, but it's almost necessary to win one of these raids to have at least one of these Mew on your team. Your Psychic type, obviously. Terra type does not matter. The health item you're going to give this Mew actually is the Light Clay. You'll see why that is in a second. Its moves are going to be Misty Terrain, Life Dew, Light Screen, and Struggle Bug. You'll notice there are no real good attack moves on this Mew, and that is intentional. Obviously, this is the Support Mew. Let's take a look at its EVs real quick. You're going to want to max out HP and actually defense, because Mewtwo is going to be hitting you with those Psy Strikes, and you don't want to take damage from those. And the way you do that is by maxing out your defense. Psy Strike does use your defense stats, so make sure to do that. Its ability Synchronize is, I think, the only ability Mew gets. Now to explain its moves. Struggle Bug. That we talked about Struggle Bug last time. Struggle Bug is a move that is a tiny bit of damage, a special move, but lowers the target's special attack stat, which is great against Mewtwo, especially once it starts using those Calm Minds. If Mewtwo has any Calm Minds, or is even neutral, you always want to be using Struggle Bug. If Mewtwo is not -6 in special attack, it's going to be doing a lot of damage, so the more Struggle Bugs you can use, the better. Definitely coordinate with your team and get it down to -6 as quickly as possible. The moment Mewtwo clears those stat changes or starts using Calm Minds, everyone should immediately switch to using Struggle Bug to make sure that Mewtwo can't be doing damage. The biggest fault to your timers will be your Mews dying. So it is good to make sure that doesn't happen by weakening the Mewtwo with Struggle Bugs. Another great way to make Mewtwo do less damage is Light Screen. Use Light Screen turn 1 basically no matter what. Hopefully your Support Mew will be using it, the one with the Light Clay. If that happens, you actually get 8 turns out of this Light Screen as opposed to 5. It's a great way to get more for your money. You can only have to use it once, and then you can keep using Struggle Bug or whatever. Life Dew is also a move I didn't think about last time, but I saw a lot of people running it online, so I thought I'd throw it on my Mew, and it definitely paid off. Life Dew heals a little bit of everyone on the field. It's kind of like a heal cheer, honestly. It does obviously use your turn up, but so does heal cheering, so definitely recommend throwing Life Dew on your Support Mew and keeping an eye on all the other Mew health. As Support Mew, your main goal is keeping the other Mew alive and weakening the Mewtwo with Struggle Bugs and keeping Light Screen up, so make sure you do that. This move right here is probably one of the most important, if not the most important move on your support Mew. Misty Terrain or Electric Terrain are huge on these Mew. As I said before, Mewtwo will use Rest once its Terror Shield goes down. By using either Misty Terrain or Electric Terrain, you can stop that from happening, and Mewtwo won't be able to heal. Mewtwo will stay at half health, and even when you catch it, it'll still have the Chesto Berry, which is kind of cool. So your support Mew needs to be on top of that. Make sure once Mewtwo gets close to that halfway point and its Terror Shield's about to bust, you use Misty or Electric Terrain and stop it from healing. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a lot longer fight. It is still doable if it heals, but it's a lot easier if you don't let it. Now moving on to our second Mew set. This is actually going to be my shiny Mew that I was very excited to use. You're going to notice it's Terror Bug, and it's actually, we changed its health name from Shell Bell to Metronome. We'll get why that is in a second. Let's go over to its moves and its EVs. We're actually going to max out HP and attack. On both of these, you're going to want to max out. Both these Mew, you're going to want to max out all their EVs. I think this one, it doesn't matter if you max out attack, so don't worry about that too much. Oh, and nature on their first Mew, you're going to want a nature that is up defense minus attack, which I think is like bold, maybe? Hold on, let me look. Is it bold nature? Yeah, exactly. This is a bold nature Mew. You're going to want that, or you can use a bold mint as well. On this one, you're actually going to want minus special attack, up attack, so this is an adamant Mew, and the way you're going to get that is through an adamant, or just maybe getting lucky. You're going to notice I max out HP and attack and probably put a little bit extra into defense. It's going to be synchronized nature, terror type bug, and its moves are going to be wildly different to what I thought. You're going to want to throw Struggle Bug on this Mew for support reasons. Again, if Mewtwo has plus in, in special attack, or even as neutral, you're going to want to be pressing Struggle Bug, your whole team, no matter what, and get Mewtwo down to that -6 state so it's doing no damage. I also threw Light Screen on this, just in case you don't have a support Mew. It is good to run Light Screen. Light Screen is super useful in these fights. So if you notice, for whatever reason, you don't have a support Mew and no one's setting up Light Screen, I'd recommend throwing Light Screen on your Mew so you can help out with that. You're going to also want to have Sword Stance. This sharply boosts the user's attack stat. It's a great setup move. And then you're also going to want to run Leech Life as your main attack move. Leech Life is a bug type move that's 80 base power and heals the user by half the damage done to the target. It can be very useful. It's 100% accurate. It's very, very, very powerful once you Terrasilize, and obviously once you're able to get these Sword Stance up, you're totally fine. These two Mew working together can really take down Mewtwo pretty quickly. Obviously quick in like perspective, because these Mewtwo raids do take a while, so definitely be ready for the long run. They're not obviously super difficult, as you can see. I've done it with both these Mew, as they have both the Mightiest Mark. So definitely be careful. You want to have at least one support Mew on your team, and for the most part, you want other attacking Mews. But again, if Mewtwo isn't -6 in special attack, you're going to want to press Struggle Bug almost no matter what. Prioritize that. Like, I'd say Light Screen first priority, that second priority. Make sure that happens, and when it gets to low health, make sure to press that Misty Terrain or Electric Terrain, or your team is going to have a lot harder of a time fighting it. I'd say your first return to battle should be spent just Struggle Bugging, setting up your Light Screens. Then if you're an attacker Mew, start using Sword Dance. If you're a support Mew, maybe start Life Doing or cheering up your Mew, and then just start pressing Leech Life. You're going to be doing pretty good chunks of damage, especially once that Terror Shield breaks. And especially, keep in mind, Struggle Bug actually, other than lowering special attack on the Mewtwo, will charge your Terror Orb. 3 Struggle Bugs can get you to Terrasilization, so that's also a very big thing to keep in mind. That's very nice about Struggle Bug. With that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll make sure to stream some more Mewtwo raids probably later on. Obviously, go back and watch the old stream if you want to kind of see how these sets work well. I got some pretty good clips of them working, so definitely go check that out. I think we beat like 6 Mewtwo in like 2 hours, which isn't horrible. Like, I definitely could have done better, but again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to use these Mew sets if you want to beat your Mewtwo and catch your own. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day.